Well, guys, I'm a little tired. I'm a little hungover.
So it sounds like that's your fault.
Yeah, you're doing once again.
Cause and effect, tomato, tomato, nothing matters. Point being, how I'm going to get through this is my X Factor. So,
Okay.
You have an X Factor.
everybody has said that.
Name
about
one,
you?
Name
About
one
me.
single human being we know.
Well, Josh just said it, so...
No, he was confirming what he heard.
No, he said you have an X Factor.
Okay, besides me,
Question
who
mark.
has ever told you that?
Yeah.
Just about everyone I've met, so...
Everyone you've met
Yeah.
has said you have an X Factor.
Listen, it's not really that important, dude. Just don't worry about it, because I've got the X Factor, and it'll get
What
me through
did you
the
just-
episode.
You're on camera.
So...
What do you...
Is going
So was Mia Goth in X when she had her X Factor.
You realize dozens of people are watching.
Yeah, but they're cool. They're not snitches. They're not bootlickers. It's cool.
You don't know that.
Listen,
Josh is married to a cop. You can't just go around snorting drugs off keys.
drugs, X Factor, whatever you want to call it. That's what I have, and it's going to get me through this episode.
That's the X Factor. Is
Yeah.
crack cocaine.
Right.
it's
Hard
not crack.
drugs.
It's not crack. You have to smoke crack. This
Not
is a
necessarily.
powder.
I'm sorry, crank cocaine.
Yes, crank cocaine with the Jason Statham drug.
Right.
That's what is going to get me through this episode, my X Factor. So, if you don't mind, I'm just going to...
I do mind.
I'm feeling a little bit less hungover, but just maybe a little bit more of my X Factor. Yeah.
And how are you feeling now?
Yep, that's the worst X Factor I've ever done, for sure. Yep. Yeah.
Are you
I've had
happy?
better X Factor than that, but
Ready to start the show?
I think maybe to get me through the podcast, like Mia Goth in X, she used her X Factor to get through the slasher movie. I might need just a little bit more X Factor to get through.
Okay.
So
Is it ever enough?
we'll find out.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies. Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family. This
Hey.
week on There Are Too Many Movies, we watch X by A24. Before we talk about X,
You're a little loud for me right now. Can I just
you're
say?
you're a little sensitive for me right now. How about that?
I disagree. And you've been defeated.
Before we talk about X, we're going to talk about what we've been watching. I'm Chris Collins.
I'm Josh Rodriguez.
I am
and
Alex Wilsh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, man, you interrupted.
Excuse me.
You interrupted me, dude.
Well, okay, finish your thought, please.
Josh the Body Rodriguez.
You son of a bitch.
What do you mean?
You know that is my alter ego.
What? No.
Alex the Body Wilson.
I don't think so.
I've been
Man.
formally introduced as Alex the Body Wilson
I
at
don't know.
dozens of parties.
I don't think that's the case.
First of all, I've never heard that. Secondly, he was the one complaining about being sore when we got here.
You know, that actually is a good
I was
point.
doing stretches,
Yes, you were lunging.
squats. You see these legs?
You had your whole leg
you
up
see-
by your head.
You see
crazy.
these legs, and you want to call yourself the Body?
Do you want to see me twerk? Because I don't.
Yes.
Show us some of that dynamic stretching you were talking about earlier. Make sure you do it in camera. Nice.
All right.
Okay, well,
He can keep it.
that's clipped forever on the internet. Just yes-anded your way through that one, huh?
Look, I'm a professional.
You're
like
the Body.
you, I have the X factor, and I can get it done.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's more of a feeling, less of like a physical thing, right?
Well, I'm.
No, wait. I thought the X Factor was a physical, tangible X that you have on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Nah,
Why did I get all those X's tattooed on me?
that's on you. Oh, well, it's actually because you love the movie Triple X by Vin Diesel. I
That's a
thought.
good point.
You have it on the back of your neck like he does in the film.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway,
Much like Ice Cube in Triple X State of the Union,
100% correct. Also,
which is arguably a better film than the first.
not even arguable.
Okay.
It's superior in every way.
yep.
And I feel I should let everyone know that when the movie Triple X came out, I tried to find the trailer for it, and I Googled Triple X, which is, you don't get the movie Triple X when you do that.
No.
You get hardcore porn.
Yep.
So
And here you are 25 years later.
here's my broken self
With a-
for you today.
With a porn addiction.
Yeah, you try to work through it, and intervention isn't something you want to deal with.
Too much of a good thing, right?
Shouts
Yep.
to Terry Crews.
Anyways, should we talk about what we've been watching?
I guess.
Okay. I mean, we don't have to.
I mean,
We don't have to do any of this.
I'm just I'm just here to be friends with you guys.
Oh, thank you so much.
yeah, I feel like you're trying to like control the podcast right now.
Oh,
with what we're
do a
doing.
show, do a movie podcast.
Well, you're just telling us what to do, and like
My bad.
is telling us what to do like 150 times in a row not good enough for you? We have to keep doing it. You know what I mean?
You can leave whenever you want. I've said this many times.
He just sat down.
I'm already sitting down.
See,
It's gonna take at least an hour and a half to get up.
Alex, what'd you watch?
kicking it off right up front.
Let's fucking go, BB.
Let's fucking get it out of the way, baby.
I watched. I'm gonna stagger my shit and my my bad shit and my good shit this week.
Implying that you have good shit. That's hilarious.
I do.
But go ahead.
Number 1, Jackass Forever.
Okay. Now this
right.
is in the bad shit column, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
That is the Paramount Plus exclusive, right?
Yes.
You know-
And
Sorry, go ahead.
it's funny to start a Jackass movie and see the full Paramount logo with the mountain coming to view.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Like
Yeah.
that level of professionalism in a studio, and then guys putting their dicks in vices and shit like that.
Oh Jesus!
The very first thing, I was like, it's been fucking 20 years. How are they going to make it as wild as... It's fucking insane. And there's always a point in the Jackass movies where I pause it and I'm like, I'll come back to this. I just dealt with too much. I can't watch this one. And for this one, it opens on Johnny Knoxville, and he goes, "Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is 15 gallons of pig cum." And I was like, all right, I'll come back to that. Like, I cannot do that right now.
Jesus!
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have been like rave reviews in the Discord even.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
this.
people are feeling it.
Like people are
I was
liking it.
laughing really fucking hard. It's classic Jackass. You
Yeah.
know
I
what I mean?
guess.
It's the same shit,
guess.
Like, how could it not be good?
I don't know. Not my thing, I guess.
You never liked it as a kid.
I think I grew up on a little bit of it in like early CKY as well, like early CKY like skate videos.
All right, we got to stop.
All right.
Copyright.
I'm nailing that, first of all.
Bam, bam.
Shout out Tony Hawk's Underground Jams.
Yeah. That
Lamb
for,
God Black Label.
Yeah.
For those that-
Bum, pow, pow.
we're just narrowing our audience down like further and further into
The
a
same
niche
people that
category.
watch Jackass will like X. Okay,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Okay, point being, I grew up on like those types of skate prank fucking bullshit humor, but I don't know, it's something about it now where I'm just like I've seen enough shit hit people's face and people getting hurt. Also, they're like fucking 60, so I just feel bad for them.
They look great.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
know,
Preston Lacey looks the same, but it's
yeah, surprised he's alive, but
after watching what I saw in this movie,
yeah.
actually so surprised. There's one in particular where they're about to start. They haven't even done anything yet, and he goes, "I just shit my fucking pants." I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'd recommend it?
yeah. I'll let you know how the last 20 minutes are once I get past the part where with 15 gallons of pig cum,
All right.
Okay.
because that's a little. I just needed a moment to myself.
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's fair. Okay.
I gotta say, I hated the trailer for that movie. It was just really annoying. Something about it.
Yeah, I get
I
that.
can't even explain why I didn't like it.
I don't really. I mean,
Chris is like,
trailers.
I
in
edited
general.
that.
Yeah.
You didn't edit it.
No.
Oh. But yeah, I don't know what it is.
I get that.
Okay, what else you got?
Episode 1 of Moon Knight
This is the Marvel movie or TV
series. Yes,
Okay.
Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke, two extremely good actors. Oscar Isaac's performance in this is already better than.
Any Marvel film?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking killing it so
He's
far.
really
He's good.
good.
He's really good.
And for Moon Knight, with like multiple personalities, he's killing it.
I know people across the board hate X-Men Apocalypse with him as Apocalypse.
Have not actually seen that.
He's good.
I did not know he was Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that probably since it came out though.
Yeah.
Before I even knew who Oscar Isaac was.
It's not great. It's really not great, but he's good in it.
Yeah.
It's just a poorly executed film.
okay.
Yeah.
The Moon Knight.
Yes. Good so far. Only one episode in. I agree with what I saw Discord saying, which is heavy CGI, and it's not the best CGI.
Oof.
That's surprising for a Disney Marvel
Yeah,
situation.
I agree.
Does it need that much CGI? Can it be good without it?
I mean, there are parts where it's like like a costume is overlaid on him, like in the moment, like it's like
Yeah.
fusing to his skin, and for that you kind of have to, I guess.
But then cut and be in the suit.
Right, but then
I don't know.
There's a part like there's tons of parts where it's like something is falling down a hill and they CGI it, and it's like just roll a log down the fucking hill.
You know, I would like to see a practical version of Oscar Isaac being mummified by his suit.
Yes, mummify the actors, be method.
No, but I'm saying like there is a practical way. Like get Weta on this to fucking like cover him in fucking bandages and shit and make it look badass as opposed to just like let's just green screen the whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
Or just have the suits on it and have some sort of tearaway mechanism so that you can yank it off and then reverse the shot.
good
Fucking-
point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the beginning of Austin Powers, whenever he comes out of the pool,
Exactly like that.
but he's dry because they reversed it.
yeah. Or like the movie Tenet, where it's
Yes,
just
A
forward and
hallway just backwards.
back. Hell yeah.
agreed.
So Moon Knight,
Yeah, good
watched
so
episode
far.
1?
Episode 1, it's only like 47 minutes. Ethan Hawke's great, Oscar Isaac's great, cool stuff.
the
Love
trailer was intriguing, so I'm bummed. Not like I root for Marvel movies or series, and not like I would ever check this out, but I liked Oscar Isaac, and Moon Knight seemed like a cool character, even though I didn't know much about it.
Yeah, I've only read, he was like a brief side character in Ultimate Spider-Man, and that's the only thing I've read with him in it. He has his own comics and shit like that, obviously, but I never read them. Cool stuff. Number 3 is Great Pottery Throwdown on HBO Max.
So this is
Okay.
on the good shit, right?
This is pseudo good, pseudo bad. It's a competitive reality show.
Oh, I never would have guessed.
Yeah,
I never would have guessed by that fucking title, dude. What was it again?
the Great Pottery Throwdown.
So I don't think the words pottery and throwdown should be allowed to be next to each other.
I agree.
So-
it implies you're gonna break all your pottery.
It implies there's like a battle royale of pottery going down.
Like there's some enclave of people that make pottery.
Yeah,
and
just some
yeah.
Karen's gonna break her pot and slit a fucking
Yeah.
bitch's throat.
So
We're throwing down.
So is it like a wholesome Great British Bake Off, but just pottery?
It is the people who made Bake Off doing pottery.
Hey man, fuck.
It's chill, and that's all I can say.
The problem with it, no food.
They should cook food in the pots.
No, it's just like I don't think it'll have the same. Like I watched a Great British Baking Show or Bake Off, whatever you call it, and I enjoyed it because while it's wholesome and while it's a good competition show,
They're making beautiful things.
they're making food.
And everyone eats food. Not everyone uses pottery.
Yeah, I don't give.
Yeah, just go to IKEA and get fucking $3 concrete slabs.
They're
Yeah.
like, that's what we're fighting.
Yeah.
I don't give
So
a shit.
you watched all of it?
Nah, like 1 or 2 episodes.
Thoughts?
It's fine. I don't care about pottery.
Why are you watching it? This is my thing with you. Why are you doing it? Who are you looking at? And why are you doing it?
Why are you smiling?
You're looking at
I
our
just
10
love-
our 10 YouTube viewers.
Just love getting Chris worked up. He's like, why do you do this to yourself?
You're wasting hours on stuff you don't care about.
You're wasting. One day you'll be dead and you'll be on your deathbed thinking, why did I watch Pottery Throwdown? So what?
Yeah.
So what?
So what? Oh, good point. Go on.
Thank you.
Go on.
Defeated by logic. Once again.
Yep.
The final thing on my list is the modern classic horror movie, It Follows.
Love that movie.
Fucking awesome movie.
One of Chris's favorite directors too.
Yeah?
Yeah, he also directed Under the Silver Lake.
Oh!
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That is your favorite movie, though.
that is one of your favorite
Can't
movies.
stand it.
No, you loved it.
you always
movie
talk
was
about that.
offensive.
Every
You-
time we end the show, you're like, that was a good movie, but it's no Under the Silver Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do say that, and there's a record of that in every episode. You're right.
Yep.
But in all earnestness, it is a shame that the It Follows director did Under the Silver Lake.
You liked it, though.
I liked it enough, but it's like It Follows.
Not
is
as much as
great.
you.
Not as much as you did.
Yeah.
Okay, I liked the fucking music guy scene. I thought that was really fucking cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
I invented rock and roll, and I'm 140.
I wrote every single hit ever. Fuck you.
But still, ultimately, it was kind of incoherent and
Yeah.
all over the place.
It's a mess.
But I liked Andrew Garfield. I liked the movie.
The amount of times I said, what the fuck is going on during that movie, which, by the way, was probably an hour and a half too long.
Yeah, I was really fucking.
Like, what was
But I'm
it,
saying, the fact that the It Follows guy would do something as great as It Follows, to follow that up with Under the Silver Lake is like
so weird.
More like shit follows. Am I right?
Good job, man.
See, because the movie he did after It Follows.
Gotcha.
And it's like
Did
the
you-
thing after.
did you
It
get what he's saying?
Follows.
Okay, wait, hold on. Now that I get it,
Thank you.
fucking awesome, dude.
Thank you.
I'll edit all that out, actually.
I did it.
because we're trying to have a funny podcast. So I'll edit all.
Oh, I'm trying to be funny.
So how's It Follows? Oh, I'll hold.
Just winding it right up.
And now you just have to twerk and complete the trifecta.
Oh, fuck shit.
You don't really have to do it. I don't want
I
to.
mean, I'd like to.
Please don't.
Please don't. We'll get flagged on
You
YouTube.
flagged. Your ass is too thick and voluptuous. Your meaty thighs are too fucking honking.
YouTube's like flagged for absolute dump truck ass.
That twerking I did earlier was my audition for Twerk City Part 2 by Cardi B.
Nice.
And if you're watching Cardi B, feel free to invite me. You know, no, I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. You don't have to have me on a boat with dozens of twerking women. You don't have to. It's not a big deal.
So how's It Follows?
It's great. It's classic.
Awesome.
That movie fucking slaps.
The-
The tension of that movie.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
first scene, whenever she's like strapped to that wheelchair.
Yes.
In the fucking abandoned warehouse where the fucking woman is coming up to her, dude. Come on, dude.
That's a great movie.
And the scene after that where she's in class
Oh, yeah.
and like through the blinds sees a fucking is it a dude?
It's just an old lady.
Jesus, man.
There's one
The tension of that fucking movie.
There's one scare in particular where it's like one of the best done scares in any movie I can think of, but it's like she's still hasn't convinced all of her friends that the thing following her is following her, and it's invisible to them.
The beach. Is that what you're talking about?
That one's scary, but it's right before that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's where they're all in someone's house, I think her friend's house, whatever. And she ran from the thing in the kitchen, went upstairs and is hiding in the room, and then she hears a knock on the door, and it's like, oh, it's just me, whatever. And then the door is opened, and then the thing is just right behind the girl that opened the door, just like waiting.
Oh yeah, that's a
Dude,
good
that
one.
scared the shit out of
And
me
it's
the first time I saw it.
I don't even think they give you like a stinger, like a jump scare, like
Yeah, no, it's after everything's ramped down, so you're like, oh, okay, it's all good, and then you're like, ah,
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
I
it's so
love
good.
that. And did you know that? Like, do you understand like the hidden meaning behind It Follows?
How sex is bad for you.
Okay, yeah. Sexually transmitted diseases. That is what.
No, it's just how
Follows.
sex is bad
Yeah.
because we grew up in the South, so it's like you shouldn't have sex with anybody.
Oh, okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
True.
Well,
Which is true.
you're an expert in that, so.
Well, you know, you don't know my private life. You don't know which glory holes I've been to.
I know you have an anime waifu body pillow.
It's a pregnancy pillow, thank you, and you're thinking of my mouse pad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So It Follows. Anything else?
No.
The music, dude.
Dude, the music is fucking...
It's like
the soundtrack is incredible.
It's like 8-bit video game music.
Dude, I want to rewatch it now. You guys talking about it, I fucking like forgot how much I liked that movie.
Yeah.
Like the way, just the way it's the tension of being followed, but it's just everyone's gaslighting
Everyone's always... Like, you're always on the lookout.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and the scene where she goes to the guy that initially had sex with her and passed it on to her, his like panic when they're all sitting in a circle, like
Yeah.
there's just a schoolgirl like walking past them. And he's like, "Do you see that fucking girl?" And they're like, "Yeah, dude, so good."
Yeah.
Ugh.
The movie's sick.
Yeah, that's a terrific concept, executed perfectly.
Yeah.
On such a limited budget, man.
Love a simple concept like that.
Yeah, and then he's like, "How about Under the Silver Lake?"
How about
Yeah.
the dumbest concept?
How about the worst fucking 2.5 hour clusterfuck mystery movie you've ever experienced?
On
Like,
some Richard Kelly shit.
seriously. Anyways,
Similar trajectories, huh?
yo, yeah.
All right, It Follows, huh?
Good job.
Than'ks.
Nice.
That's it for you?
Where'd you find It Follows?
Netflix.
Nice. Ooh, so it's streaming right now. I might have to revisit that one.
Do it.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
Me? Well. I watched a movie called You Won't Be Alone in theaters. Holy shit! It's limited release right now. It's a folk horror movie.
It's a Macedonian witch horror.
Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah. And man, like just based on the trailer, I could tell. I was like, oh, this is artsy horror movie, right? And I was like, this will be good, but I didn't expect it to be fucking awesome. Like,
All right.
I'm gonna own this one. Fucking 4-3 for me.
Wow.
I loved it.
Wow.
Folk horror. It's if you like The Witch, you'll love this. It's in the same realm of a retelling of an ancient folk tale.
What's the pacing like?
The pacing is fucking. I think I don't want to give too much away, but I was intrigued the whole time, and
Right.
it was like it has
How does it end?
with credits. So
Kind of small brain, if you ask me.
yeah, but it's a huge recommend for me. I fucking loved it. It's artsy. It's beautifully shot. It's very shallow. Fucking, it's gory, but not in like a slasher type of way.
Not
It's
like a violent way.
No, it's just artsy and it's just the way. It's just fucking chef's kiss. Big recommend.
So you're going to own this bad boy.
I will own You Won't Be Alone.
Would you suggest people go to the theater? to
Highly
watch it?
recommend you go to the theater and watch it. Unfortunately, it is a limited release, which means it'll be hard to find, and which means it probably won't make that much money because it's hard to find, and that's unfortunate. But it deserves to make a lot of money.
Terrible choice.
Yeah, not the best decision, but I
Go ahead.
I loved it.
It sounds like it should be a wholesome movie when you hear the title. You Won't Be Alone. It sounds like it's caressing you into a deep sleep or
Like
something.
It Follows.
Yeah.
Exactly. It sounds wholesome too, right?
Yeah. Like, someone's always watching out for you.
Yeah. Killing of a Sacred Deer, another one.
Yeah. You're going to eat good tonight.
Yeah. Silence of the Lambs, another wholesome sounding movie.
You don't want to hear lambs.
No, silence is
They're
peaceful.
so fucking annoying.
Yeah. X, that's wholesome sounding.
You Won't Be Alone.
You Won't Be Alone is great. I highly recommend it. So
Hell yeah.
go check that movie out in theaters right now. It's a directorial debut for, and I'm going to obviously pronounce this correctly.
Right.
Of
As
course.
you always do.
Yeah. Goran Stolevsky. Goran Stolevsky.
No.
No, this
the
first one
was
sounded
good.
more
I'll
right.
edit out the second one.
I've never
then.
heard that name in my life, but I'll say the first one is more correct.
Cool. I'll edit out the second take.
First one's
then.
pretty goddamn close.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, he nailed it. I think they nailed it. I don't know. Killing it. I will check out whatever he's got going on next, but also go check out You Won't Be Alone in theaters.
Now, this next one that you watched,
Did you read my list?
and we talked about it.
Oh, yeah. Did you not write it down? No, I wrote it down. I was like, what?
What did I watch?
So I have about 20 brain cells right now.
Okay, gotcha.
And they're all like just trying to keep my vital organs alive. So
Again, you're doing.
yeah. So when you say things, I just give it some buffering. That's my brain right now. You
Gotcha.
know, like the loading thing on YouTube.
All right.
That's me for everything.
And you'll tighten all that up in
Yeah,
in post.
and
In
that's
post,
obvious.
yeah, he
I don't know
always
why
does.
you
You're
mentioned
just going to tighten it up.
Just tighten it up. It'd be like a YouTube video where there's 0 breaths anywhere.
Oh my god.
You know?
Yeah.
And then like the edit like 30 images within the span of 15 seconds. You're like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? How
You're
is
like-
a person supposed to watch
Yeah,
this?
yeah. And they put a wall of text up for 2 seconds. Yeah. Oh, okay, because you read that, right?
Fucking exhausting. I would like to tell you today what I watched.
But
on
first, our
Netflix.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Athletic Greens. Fuck. Anyways, NordVPN.
A therapist on your phone. Great concept.
I'm gonna kill myself. Don't do that.
We're not a crisis helpline.
No, I'm going to kill myself and then just an emoji. Just the sad. Don't.
a response in 48 hours or less. Anyways, BetterHelp will never be a sponsor here. What would you ask me a second ago?
What did you watch? What was the other thing?
The other thing I watched was a movie called The Insider.
Let's go.
Insider. I just met her.
Nice.
Thank you.
Shouts to the vibe. God, Michael Manzies,
So,
dude.
I was going to preface this by saying I watched the episode One Perfect Shot with Michael Mann and then lead into watching The Insider.
So why
Well,
didn't you though?
fuck
no,
all
no
that.
one was stopping you.
Because he fucked up my cadence, man.
Well,
I thought you
here's the
said
thing.
you had the X Factor, so
You're supposed to just roll with the
Right.
punches.
Oh, yeah, you just know what the X Factor is, huh?
But also, I already talked about that last week, so there's no point in
Yeah.
bringing
You're right.
it up again.
Okay, well, then we can move right along. You don't want to hear about what I thought about it at all. And that's
Well, you're the
obvious.
one that brought it up, so I don't know why you would go.
I was
I was
asked.
gonna say this, but never mind.
I checked the tape. I was asked.
I don't
What do you
believe
think of The Insider, though? No, all right, go ahead. One perfect shot. Let's get it.
One Perfect Shot. I watched that episode with Michael Mann per your recommendation.
Did you not watch the other ones?
I watched a Patty Jenkins episode. I put that one on. Like I skipped right to Michael Mann because the other ones I was like, really? When you look at the catalog of the One Perfect Shot series, it's like, huh?
And then Michael Mann, you're like, obviously I'll watch that one.
Yeah. The rest of them, oh, it's a writer. You did with Aaron Sorkin. While I love him, it's like, why is he whatever? And then Patty Jenkins, where it's like she's made some good movies, but her One Perfect Shot is Wonder Woman, and you're like, okay. I was hoping to see like fucking Paul Thomas Anderson, fucking Denis Villeneuve, like
Scorsese's.
Marty Scorsese's. Like I was hoping it would be that type of cinema, but whatever.
Shark Tale fame.
But instead, it's
mostly just
Spike Lee's cousin who directed Girl Trip.
yeah. So check out One Perfect Shot.
Is that genuinely oh my god.
One Perfect Shot. Anyways.
More like one perfect shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking got him.
Yeah, wrecked and destroyed with
Thank
logic.
you.
But also
Man more successful than me by 30 times over.
yeah. But one thing, my first gripe with that series is it's not a shot. It's always a scene.
Yeah.
And, I guess One Perfect Scene doesn't have the ring to it.
But they do choose it and they show it for a split second. Another thing I don't fucking like about that show is that they don't show the scene.
Right. They show everything around it.
Yeah. Like just give me the scene and then let's get into it.
Yeah, play it unedited
Or
at the end of it.
Or at the end. You're building to it and then it's like credits. It's like, no, you're building to it. Show me the fucking scene.
Yeah, yeah. And they like breadcrumb you with parts of that scene throughout.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it's a
And you're
rights
left
issue.
just like, I want to see it. Show it. Show it.
It's almost like a rights issue, I feel like. Like all these different studios probably were like
No, because they got all the rights to recreate a
true.
AR spectrum of the fucking scene.
Yeah.
That's true. But anyways, One Perfect Shot on HBO Max. I started with the Michael Mann episode, which was sick because it also included like his go-to editor, which I was like, oh, what's up?
Yeah,
and they talked about the philosophy behind.
And I loved how he
editing.
found him too. He's like, I was just watching a HBO show, and I was like, this is amazing. I love the pacing. I'm just gonna use that guy.
Yeah,
Awesome.
like to specifically call it editing.
Yeah.
is sick. But so he dragged him onto Heat, and that was like that editor's like breakout like feature. And he's like, oh, so I'm editing a movie with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
And Val
Shit
Kilmer,
myself.
directed
Yeah.
by Michael fucking Mann.
The Vibe God, which he said.
The Vibe Guy.
Right.
But I love listening to them talk about the philosophy, and then obviously the scene they broke down in Heat, which is phenomenal. So I watched those two episodes of One Perfect Shot. And by the way, the Patty Jenkins episode is still great, but it is about, a shot from Wonder Woman, which is like, well, whatever. But
yeah, if you're not into the film, then it's not going to be a great.
Can I help you? What are you opening right now?
This is just a baby bell to get me through hell.
What is a baby bell? Is that
What do you
gum?
mean, what is a baby bell?
It's a
Exactly
wheel of
that.
cheese.
A wheel of cheese?
Yeah. You've never had a baby bell?
Are you opening a wheel of cheese right now on the show for our
I'm
visual
opening
listeners?
a baby bell. America's #1 gourmet export.
I'm just so grossed out now. Like this is now an ASMR show. This is now like a.
Do you want some?
No. Do I want some cheese?
It's Baby Bell
Sorry?
cheese. It's great.
Okay.
It's only
try
been in my
some.
pocket. It's fine.
Try
it's
some.
encased in wax. Eat some baby bell.
No, that legit looked like Big League Chew when you opened it.
Oh, I wish I had some Big League Chew. That's a good idea. I'll bring some of that next time.
So your voice is going to be quite different after you eat this. You know
Yeah.
that, right? It's going to be just lubed up with cheese and gunk and grossness.
Do you have any eggs?
Yeah, actually I do. Help yourself.
Can I scramble some eggs real quick?
Yeah, help yourself. I would actually love that because that would mean you're not here for a little while.
You know what's fun is when I eat a baby bell at home, I take the wax and I make sculptures out of it. I have saggy tits at home. I have a dick.
Nice.
I have balls. I have shit. I have
That's art.
I have a ring.
Oh, nice.
So
Cool. Are you done with your Bluebell, Baby Bell?
baby bell.
Blue Bell is ice cream.
It's like you
dog.
don't even give a shit.
You're so right. You're so right, actually. Are you done eating your Baby Bell cheese.
Just leave it on the. Yeah.
He just ate a full, like, just chunk of cheese.
You know what I've always wanted is one of those big wheels of Parmesan.
Oh fuck!
I would kill to have one of those.
I thought you don't like Parmesan.
I like real Parmesan, and
no Parmesan.
Parmigiano.
Okay.
And I just want a big wheel. You know they're like $4,000 though.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saving up.
Word. Well,
I know we need new microphones and like stands and whatnot, but like I really want my wheel of cheese.
Yeah, so this would be a great time to pitch to Patreon.
Oh, get. Please. We're gonna. If you don't give us money.
No, I don't.
All right.
I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
Flagged on YouTube immediately.
All right, okay.
Demonetized.
If you want me to get my wheel of cheese and the microphones and stands, whatever, but mostly about the wheel of cheese that I've been wanting my entire life, please donate to the Patreon.
It's $5 a month.
$5 a month. What was I
killed
talking
that.
about? I guess it doesn't matter.
One perfect shot into
The Insider, which you let me borrow on DVD.
Yeah.
because it's not. It is available on Blu-ray, but it's not a 4K upscale.
Yeah. Which is about basically a big tobacco whistleblower starring Russell Crowe and Al Pacino.
So it's like a more serious thank you for smoking?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's a true story too about the 60 Minutes, a producer from 60 Minutes tracking down this big tobacco interviewer and all the hilarity that ensues with doing something like that.
But the mystery, dude.
The mystery, dude. I love the reveal. Like the whole time, you're like, "What does this guy have to offer?" And they don't like.
Because it's so secretive. Because he signed an NDA, a fucking concrete one, where he can't discuss anything that he did while working as a scientist for Big Tobacco.
First of all, if you're Big Tobacco and you're trying to cover that up, why even hire scientists? Just be the evil fellas you are.
Yeah.
They have to. They have
Yeah.
to. And he essentially his job was to make
mind?
nicotine even
Sorry,
more
I'm just-
addictive. God bless you.
I'm allergic to cheese, actually. So
You're allergic to cheese.
Yeah.
That's not true because I've seen you eat dozens of cheeses.
it's vegan. Anyways, what were you saying?
As a scientist, sign an NDA, can't reveal any information. So like through an hour and 45 minutes of this film, you have no fucking clue what Russell Crowe knows.
Oh, wow.
It's sick.
But it's amazing.
Yeah, the reveal happens. Well, it's fucking
Dude,
whatever.
the hidden threats throughout this movie.
Yeah.
The fucking mailbox when he opens it. Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
it's a great. I don't want to spoil anything if you're actually going to check it out. But when did that come out?
90 something.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
Fucking
Or
great
midnight.
movie. Fucking Al Pacino getting to the bottom of it. Fucking. Oh, what do you know about tobacco? They're like, hey, Russell Crowe's like, Al, I don't. His name's Al in the movie. Obviously. Al Pacino, I don't know if I can do this. I'm really scared about big tobacco.
But what you don't know is we gotta know. We gotta know what they're doing to us.
Yeah.
My wife, you see,
I'm getting
she's
threats.
got a great ass.
Well, I'm getting threats at my mailbox, and I'm getting weird emails, and
Oh, don't you worry about that because
I signed contracts.
the truth.
Oh, the
You
truth.
don't want me to worry about the threats my wife's getting because the truth.
We gotta get to the bottom of it.
Cool. Killed it.
and that's a perfect a recreation of the movie.
Yeah, you got the script in front of you.
nominated for Best Picture, by the way.
We gotta get to the bottom.
I'm on 60 Minutes.
It's like at the Oscars where they show those brief clips where like, and Best Picture for The Insider, my wife's ass.
Yeah, and then it cuts Al Pacino like, all right, yeah, in
Thank
the
you.
audience. Yeah,
And you got your head all the way up it.
killing it.
Right?
Is that
He
from
says that in
2
every
Minute
movie.
Warning?
2-minute warning.
Isn't that the fucking
That's the football movie?
yeah?
And
That's
he
the
given-
name of the football movie.
Two-
It's 2-minute warning.
2 minute
You
to
dumb
go.
bitch.
2
dude.
minutes to what? Okay, first of all,
It's called Any Given Sunday, dude.
no. There's a movie called 2 Minute Warning.
There absolutely isn't.
Alexa, is there a movie called 2 Minute Warning?
2 Minute Warning is a 1976 action film starring Charlton Heston.
Oh, so starring Charlton
Martin
Heston.
Oh,
A
I'm
crazy plan set
sorry.
to kill
I'm not in
spectators at an
walking
LA Coliseum football
IMDb.
championship
Alexa,
game.
stop. So, does that movie have Al Pacino in it? Because that's kind of what you were saying.
Or is it Charlton Heston?
They're basically the same guy.
Nah, because he goes, hoo-ah, and that's the only person that does that.
Okay.
They're like, he's like, oh, I don't know if I should
And
blow
Charlton
the whistle.
Heston goes, "You savages!"
You damn dirty apes.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Yeah. And do Bible movies.
Much like you in the Insider, he blows a whistle.
Yes.
So when it comes down, okay, this is
So
what
here's the scene. This is actually the scene from the Insider. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Al Pacino.
We got to get to the bottom of it, Russell Crowe. Tell the people what Big Tobacco's doing.
He blew the whistle.
And he blew the whistle.
That's the Best Picture nominee.
Best
right there.
picture. And then the whole Academy fucking goes, wow, that's 4-3, and then gives him an Oscar.
Yeah.
The Academy.
So, you're
Just making
welcome.
great decisions all the way around.
Yeah.
Anyways, Insider's pretty good.
it's so fucking
we are
good.
not getting through our watch list very quickly.
The cinematography, bro.
Dude, the cinematography is amazing, especially for 1990. Whenever.
Yeah.
Who was the photography director?
I don't know.
It's Michael Mann, essentially.
Yeah.
Michael Mann has someone shoot his films. He has a fucking photography
Who was
director.
also in One Perfect Shot. He had his cinematographer.
Oh, that's right, that's
he had
right.
his cinematographer and his editor. His main.
Cinematographer, it just matter.
The fucking Insider, man. That is such a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
I think my number 2 ranked movie, if not for Heat, that is my number 2 Michael Mann film.
Really?
It's great. Also, I will say the editing is so fucking phenomenal, and it was something I focused on specifically because of that One Perfect Shot episode where his philosophy that Michael Mann taught the editor is to edit for emotion, which seems obvious.
Right.
Edit for the performance,
And that's obvious.
and that's obvious. But dude, there was like certain moments that they had repeat cuts for like tense moments. Like it was just when you pay attention to it, there was like the build up and the double reactions that they would sometimes do. It was fucking perfect.
It's so good.
It's a great movie.
It's so fucking good.
But check out the Insider. One more thing I got. I started Atlanta.
Season 3?
Season 3.
Yes, it is season 3. It is on Hulu right now. It's in progress. I watched the first 2 episodes. Phenomenal. Like if you are a fan of the first 2, or if you haven't checked out Atlanta yet, one of my biggest recommends. Probably one of my favorite TV shows ever.
Much like this is the only reason it's going to be compared to Bo Burnham's Inside. But if I watch it, I get upset.
That you're not on that level.
Because it's so fucking good,
Yeah.
and I will never make anything that's on that level. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
That's
get
how,
that.
yeah.
even as a I like to consider myself a creative person, arguable. But when you watch something that is that good, it's like it actually upsets me.
Yeah,
It's-
like I'm
where you're just
jealous.
Like, you're
I'm
like, oh,
envious.
they nailed it.
yeah.
And you're like, okay, they nailed it. Like,
Oh, they
thi-
just do this and they don't put forth much effort because they're just that talented. And I'm garbage.
yeah.
Like-
But I love the
It's so good.
non-conventional storytelling of that show, where it's like, what is this show about? Where it's like, it doesn't like each
It's-
episode could be about anything.
Yeah, it's like a nebulous sort
It's
of.
so fucking.
So it's
wild.
kind of like Seinfeld, how it's about nothing.
Wouldn't draw that comparison.
Yes, Atlanta is just like the TV sitcom Seinfeld.
Starring.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld. And Jason Alexander.
Yeah, I wouldn't check that show.
I
out.
would love to see a version of Atlanta starring Larry David, though.
I'd like to see Michael Richards on it.
I wouldn't.
No, I think that's a bad call.
I don't think
okay.
that's bad casting. I don't think he would fit in.
Why?
Why don't you fit? Anyways,
Why?
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 Atlanta's sick. Check it out. I can't wait for more episodes. So it's only 2 episodes into season 3 right now. So
Nice.
yeah, check it out. That's it for me.
Cool. And we got to skip to the movie because I really don't have anything on my watch list.
Oh,
This is a first for me.
that's
What's-
actually good because we filled up a shit ton of stuff.
It's
so
long.
What's
fine.
one movie you've seen in your life that you would recommend?
Besides The Insider?
besides that one movie we
That we
talked
just talked about for 20 minutes?
I can't think of any other ones.
Fuck. I don't know, man. You're putting me on the spot here.
Just
On the
think
movie
of a
podcast,
movie.
any movie you've
Any
ever
movie.
seen,
Oh God!
gun to your head, recommend a movie to save your family.
I love you, man.
Okay.
Jason Segel and
That of
Oh, I thought-
all
I-
the movies
Paul
in the
Rudd.
world.
That's
I thought you were just telling us that you love us for a second. And
oh, you know what it is? I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Thank you.
That is
That is
smart.
a 4-3 smart film.
and that is the answer we were looking for.
Our
And
personal letter from Adam Sandler saying thank you for being so funny.
yeah. And then he signed at the bottom. He said, Uncut Joms.
Yep.
Uncle John.
Uncut John.
So, all right, let's get into the movie X, shall we?
Yeah.
A24's X.
Yeah.
First impressions,
First impressions.
or before going into the movie, or thoughts? What'd you expect?
It was weird. I watched the trailer, thought it looked pretty cool, and then I saw a bunch of people going, "This is gonna suck." And then it came out, and I saw a bunch of people going, "That was great." So I truly had no fucking idea what to think.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah,
Yeah, because at first people were saying it was bad.
yeah.
And then it was, for some reason, everybody was like,
Who was
"Yeah,
saying it was bad?
I don't know. I kept on seeing it places. I don't remember where, but I remember seeing like, oh, this is a flop. This is a blah, blah, blah. They're like, this is a, like, headlines and shit.
I really didn't see any of that.
Weird.
I'm not familiar with Ty West. I feel like his name has been brought up as far as like one of the new, not visionary, but like new directors when it comes to like
Sure.
horror.
He's done a lot of horror series.
Yeah.
If you look at
Okay.
his IMDb, a lot of horror series. He had a segment on VHS, the first one.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
Which do you remember? Which
I can pull it up.
I meant to look that up actually, but he's one of those new horror directors that's making a name for himself. I didn't know what to expect. I love Mia Goth, and this is her first starring role.
Great actress.
Is she the one that spoilers but
Maxine.
survives?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maxine, and she is fucking great, dude. If you ever seen Emma with and Anya Taylor-Joy, isn't it supposed to be Anya Taylor? Oh, fuck.
I heard someone say it was Anya, and I was like, that sounds wrong, but whatever.
Robert Eggers said it a weird way, and I was like, oh shit, I guess that's it. Anyways, this is her first starring role, and she's in the movie Emma, where she is fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And have you heard her voice outside of this
Yeah,
movie?
Yeah, she's from the UK.
Dude, it is like that is the same person that did this movie, because holy fuck does she embody
She
this.
did while
this
hiding her accent, or having
All the accents seemed pretty spot on.
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The VHS segment he did was called Second Honeymoon, and I don't remember which one that was.
Me
but
neither.
Second honeymoon, I don't recall.
I don't know. I can pull that up if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was Ty West.
Okay. all right.
So he did a lot of TV series. He directed one of my favorite TV series. I think it's on Shudder, where you can find it now. It was fucking Tales from the Loop or something. Yeah, Tales from the Loop. He directed one episode of that, and that was a pretty cool show.
Dope.
You know,
Sci-fi.
The cast was the main thing that sort of pulled me into this, because like Mia Goth was dope. I really like Brittany Snow, and like the fact that she was in this was kind of like unexpected.
she's usually in more like teen boppy.
She's in the
type
Pitch
stuff.
Perfect,
Exactly.
Pitch Perfect
yeah.
movies. She's always singing something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, to see her now sort of pivot to like a more adult content is like, I was like, okay, this is dope. Like
Yeah.
this is a brave role, one might say.
Yeah, I mean, it's about a group of young people who go to a cabin in the woods to film a porno.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
in the 70s, in the late 70s.
In the late 70s, yeah. So it's
When you could go to a movie theater and say, "I'd like to watch people fucking come," and they're like, or that one.
they're like, great, but don't jerk off whatever
Yeah,
you do. So you
yeah.
just have
Yeah.
to sit there.
Just sit there and get mad.
Yeah.
Dude, the director or the executive producer, whatever his name is, he was fucking amazing.
The guy in the movie that's the EP?
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
I thought he was really good. Like
Yeah.
he embodied that role too. It's just great acting all around.
Yeah.
And even the old man, Pearl was great.
Yeah.
I am embarrassed to say I did not know that was fucking Mia Goth.
In the suit?
You fuckers!
What?
You didn't see this?
No.
No.
Mia Goth was Pearl and Maxine.
Wow.
Damn.
The whole time I was wondering, I was like,
It
wow,
looked
that's some
off.
good make. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's some good makeup. But
Yeah,
I didn't know
'cause
that.
You can tell that it's a young person in old makeup
Yeah.
the entire time.
Or just an old person made to look even older.
Wow.
Yeah, right. You can.
Wow. Are they in? This is a time travel movie now?
Oh.
So I don't want to spoil anything.
Donnie Darko 2.
Actually, I'm
Yeah.
going to spoil it.
Go ahead.
Ty West has already filmed the sequel to X,
Yeah.
starring Mia Goth as Pearl.
I feel like this should be a standalone. I mean, I'm not the guy that made it.
He wants a trilogy.
I can't so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, to me, I agree. It's a standalone type of vibe for this movie.
I think they set up more.
Is that sheriff going to play a larger role, I assume?
Yeah, just the way it ends, I'm like, okay, there's more to this story for sure.
Yeah, in a way.
But it could just be.
It could just be.
So, by the way, so the one he's already shot that's going to come out later this year, I
Right.
hear,
It's called Pearl.
called Pearl. There's actually a trailer after the credits.
Really?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
missed it.
We left, but I looked it up later.
Oh, nice.
After finding that out, I looked it up, and it looks fucking awesome. I mean, they put the trailer at the end, and it's like it goes back to 19. It's like it starts on a shot of the house, and then the number, the date 1979 is on the screen, and it cranks back to like 1918 or something like that.
Right after World War One.
Sure, you history buff.
It's World War One.
1917 was World War One.
Great. Okay, you only know that because there's a movie called 1917.
That was also in the middle of World War One. It ends in whatever.
Whatever. The trailer's sick though. You guys should check it out on YouTube. But you can find it, if you look. But yeah, I think it's a standalone. I don't think it needs a trilogy, but
I'm upset that it's not called. Like the first one is called X, and then the second one is not called
Why?
XX, and then the third one is called XX. You know what I mean?
Well, you're gonna go XYZ.
Yeah. Because it's the alphabet if you didn't know. Because the alphabet goes X
Yep.
and then Y and
Yeah,
then Z.
and then in the sequel, they look at each other and she's like, "You've just got the Y factor."
Yes. Or they play YYZ by Rush in the sequel, and they're like, boo.
Yep, totally.
So.
Score.
Yep,
Yep, you're getting more and more relatable as you continue. Yeah.
Everyone knows YYZ by Rush. Yeah.
So, anyways, they're making more of these, and it's a prequel. Pearl origin story, basically. Starring.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Sure. I mean,
So it's going to be a young woman killing lots of hot people instead
Here's
of...
the thing. This is what I think about this movie overall. I liked it a lot. I really did. This is already, in top shit contention for me. It's early in the year, though. But I do have to say, this to me feels like if I watch this as a kid, like adolescents are going to watch this movie and like get into film because of it. Does
Sure.
that make sense?
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
It's one of those intro to horror genre
Yes.
film things that people are going to seek out for the porn. Like
Yes.
kids are like, oh yeah.
Oh,
you
there's
see-
titties in this.
exactly.
And the marketing, which is one goddamn fucked up horror movie.
Exactly.
Which is great marketing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's perfect. So like as a kid, I feel like kids would seek this out and get introduced into the
Yeah.
genre.
Like they would
horror.
sneak into this movie.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
They would.
Steal the VHS.
and like leave a gigantic impression on like what horror film should be.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing.
Which is this could act as a gateway for them to finding old 70s slashers, which is
Exactly.
what this is motivated by.
Right.
So they would go down into old Grindhouse and other shit
Yeah,
like
like
that.
what's this Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
on
I wonder what
Netflix?
happens in that movie.
Yeah.
The Netflix version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one, right?
It's new canon.
Yep.
You know what's funny about that though? This is supposed to take place in Texas. Obviously, it's set in Houston. Mm-hmm. This was also filmed in New Zealand, much like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Weird.
But
Yeah.
somehow this is not as offensive.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
It's really fun. It's like a really fun movie.
Yeah, it really is.
Dialogue doesn't feel like it was written by a bot or anything.
Yeah, but it was also like the execution of all of the kills and like because you know what's gonna happen. Shit pops off.
You know
everybody
those kids
dies.
aren't coming back.
Yeah.
No. The quality of the audio during like brutal parts, like someone gets stabbed, it's like they're puncturing like 30 balloons in a row.
Okay, get this, dude. One of my favorite aspects of this movie was Chris. I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but the editing of this movie.
That
It
was
is-
also one of mine.
But it is fucking incredible. And this may sound ridiculous too. Not J cuts, but X cuts, dude, where like there's a lot of cross cutting between scenes.
Yeah.
Especially like the actual kill scenes where it's like
Yes.
something's going on at the same time and they keep cross cutting back to like gory shit. I fucking loved that because
Yeah.
it's like you can't keep your eyes off of
Yeah.
what's happening.
It
you
was
know?
it was interesting, like to transition from scene to scene with that.
Yeah.
But like to me, it was a shout out to. There was a line, the cinematographer, I guess you call him in the movie, the cameraman, because he's not is he the director in the?
He's
the movie?
directing it,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
The cuck in chief.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
The same fucking guy from Evil
Evil
Dead.
Dead.
Yeah, basically
Literally the same character.
it's the same character, not the same actor, but god damn it, looks just
He
like
might as
him.
well be the same guy.
He's not the same actor?
No.
He looks
Are you dead serious?
exactly
Yeah,
the
he looks.
same.
We checked this, I think, on the show last time it was brought up.
No fucking way.
On stream, we did. Because
Oh.
we watched
He
the
looks
trailer.
exactly the fucking same.
looks-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you do a side by side of the director in the movie X with the dude from the Evil Dead remake, same fucking. It's like, oh, they just said, hey, can we cast this guy? He's like, not available. Okay, can you get someone exactly like him?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
And he
okay.
gets killed in pretty much the same way, just a bunch of stabs to
Yeah.
The
this
funniest
area.
part of the fucking film, I thought. I
Yeah.
thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was
Everything
brutal.
leading up to that. It's like they have this really emotional scene, and then his girlfriend's like, I want to be in it. And
Yeah.
he's
He's
like,
like, "What?"
He's like, no.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Yeah.
yeah.
Why not? Because it doesn't make sense.
yeah.
That was really
Because-
funny.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Who else am I gonna?
Yeah.
And like the shower that he takes where he's like crying.
Yeah.
And they do like a fucking Psycho shot. Like he's literally talking about Psycho as his favorite
Yeah.
movie. And they recreate a shot from Psycho of him in the bathtub.
And the fact that he's talking about how this is like very on the nose, but how he's talking about like the plot in Psycho was a MacGuffin, and then the actual thing happens, and that's what's going on with the movie.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
I love that aspect of it,
Yeah.
man. I thought the character was great. I mean, just like everything about this, man, really, really hit home. Great fucking movie.
So the point I remember, we brought him up because earlier in the movie he says, oh, we're going to include a lot of avant-garde editing techniques to
Yeah.
hide the fact that it's a low-budget movie and kind of up the production value. And then the movie starts to adapt those weird techniques of like,
Yeah.
we're cutting to the future,
Yeah.
back, cutting to the back. And I was
There's
just like,
weird like flash cuts where it's
I don't think there's like an editorial technique name for that, but it's just like this weird like storytelling technique or
Would that just be
transitions,
cross-cutting
I guess.
in
but-
a way?
Yeah.
But like
I
a more
guess.
avant-garde way of doing it where it's like way before.
Yeah, it's like a cross dissolve without a dissolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like they just fucking.
And in the beginning of the movie,
I'll,
they were.
I'll go ahead and call them X-cuts. That's,
Yeah.
that's what
Sure.
I'm calling
But
them.
the beginning of the movie, they were just doing those like swipes where you're like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a fucking star wipe or some
Yeah.
shit, basically. but
George Lucas over here.
Exactly.
yeah, but there was those, but then also the match cuts they did.
Yeah,
that were perfect. Where it was
baby.
like for example, the alligator coming up, and it was like
Oh.
3, 2, 1, action. Then it goes to the next scene.
Oof.
I
I was
love
like,
that.
oh, like
That-
the
that was-
countdown of you think is gonna be that snatch, and then the killing, like when someone goes to stab, and then it cuts to the clappers of like the them filming. Like
Yeah.
that match cut thing is one of my favorite things in an editorial.
So good.
I was just like, oh, every time they did it, I was like, oh yeah,
Dude, that crocodile scene was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
The tension of it, the symbology of the whole thing, and to set up there's a fucking alligator in this water.
oh my god, I loved that.
That everything about that was so cool. And like especially when you see her fucking just like waiting in the
The
water.
overhead shot.
The overhead shot.
Dude.
Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
minimal CG used very well.
And then you just see that fucking croc doing
Fucking
his thing. dude.
20
oh, that
foot
fucking
gator.
the dinosaur,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fucking, it's a crocodile. No, that's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Life found a way, and it's in Florida.
It's
Okay,
a primordial being.
it's fucking.
It's a Dark Souls boss.
yeah, I was like, oh, fucking, it has a health bar,
Yeah.
fucking this big. When you encounter a crocodile, you see a health bar. You're like, why do I hear boss music?
And its main attack is the death roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it just rips you. That's its instinct. It grabs you, and then it's like, oh, I'll rip it apart.
Yeah,
It's
let
like-
me just roll like a fucking.
Have you seen that girl that works at some aquarium somewhere, and she gets into the crocodile thing?
Yes, I've heard of this, and she
Dude.
rolls with it.
Yes.
because she's
'Cause she
trained, so
knows.
she knows it's trying to delimb her. So she just rolls with it, so it doesn't rip off her limbs.
It is the most terrifying
So,
thing.
so we were having a good time before you derailed us into.
We're already talking about crocodile death rolls
Do you know why it does that though?
to rip off limbs.
To drown you
Oh, that makes sense.
as it's killing
fucked.
you, because it knows you can't breathe
Jesus.
underwater. So that's another method of it
Fuck.
killing you. That's why
Fun stuff.
an alligator would fucking ruin a bear's day, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like,
I
hey,
think a
you-
bear would kill an alligator.
No, dude.
Are you? No way.
Yeah.
Bears would fuck an
It's-
alligator up.
It's the water aspect.
Why does it feel like we're on the Joe Rogan experience
That's
now?
a good point, yeah.
They're like, oh, fucking animals, fucking bears and monkeys.
What is the biggest apex predator of them all? Us.
Yeah,
Chimpanzee.
yeah, us because we have guns. We've opened that Pandora's box. Anyways, I was just gonna say, in Florida, dinosaurs exist. That's all. Be like, hey, you want to go check out this crocodile swamp? It's right beyond this fog wall.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
That's an Elden Ring reference for the folks at home.
Anyways, that scene was fucking dope. Yeah. What else about this movie? I mean, it's just great.
Yeah, the kills were fun. Like they were unique. I remember specifically the one in the barn for the producer that got killed in the barn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
for-
cringed. I cringed
Yeah.
at that one.
The nail through the foot was the opening of the cringe.
Yeah.
but then of course
Well,
the
it dwells on the nail on the ground, so you're like, oh, they'll cut away, and then it'll be like, oh, my fucking foot's on it. It just shows him walking directly onto it.
Yeah, and
Like-
it pushes up through his skin but doesn't pierce.
Yeah,
which
that
was
was
a cool touch where it was like it didn't quite go through. It just was like, oof, very cringy.
It makes it a little more tangible versus like being on the other side.
Yeah,
being
yeah. Ugh.
Super grotesque. No, it's just a real thing. Dude, I fucking lost it with Jenny Ortega's death. I thought that was incredible, dude.
How did she get killed? She got pushed?
She's trying to break down the fucking the wall with an axe or the door.
Oh,
She's locked
yes.
in. And then the fucking old man, like, no one's coming to save you. Doof, 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 doof.
Dude.
Fucking rips her shit open with
The
a hammer.
bone.
I thought that was great. And then whenever she gets saved, essentially, she's like, I'm fucking out of here,
Yeah.
man. It was perfect comedic timing.
Yeah.
She's running out of the door and immediately gets blown away.
Yeah,
dude.
just a shotgun blast to the face,
Oh
just blown
my
away.
god, that shit was hilarious.
It reminded me of the exit. For some reason, it reminded me of the exit scene with Jake Gyllenhaal leaving the house in Zodiac, where he's like, "I'm finally out."
Ooh.
Yeah.
and it's dude, and it's cutting around the corner, cutting around this corner, cutting around this corner. Like it's like doom, camera,
Yeah.
camera, and she's about to get out, and then boom, like it ends in a shotgun blast to the face.
Yeah.
where you're just like, oh, like we audibly laughed for like a minute after that.
Yeah.
like it was so fun. Like it was hilarious.
And of all the character tropes and everything, you're like, oh, she's gonna get out. She's the girl that's got a head on her shoulders.
No,
blah, blah, blah.
but she fucked on camera, dude. You can't
that's
fuck on
true.
camera.
yeah, the virgins always survive.
But so did what's her
Yeah,
fucking
but
face?
she was it, dude. She had the X
yeah,
factor.
she was coked up. She was more alert.
Yep,
Yep.
the coke is the X factor.
Always do.
Always be doing coke. ABDC.
Coke.
That's
the
how
X
you
factor.
survive slasher films. Cocaine. Just fucking. If you need to outsmart Jason or some sort of
That
horny
brings-
grandma.
That makes the intro of this a lot better. It's like, I have the
Cocaine.
X factor. Cocaine.
Anyways,
The crocodile death scene.
that was my favorite. I
That
think,
was
because she
hilarious.
was like, she's pushed him in. Music cuts. Bitch.
Yeah.
And then eaten by a dinosaur.
just fucking like
Yeah.
Dunskies
fucking
and death rolled.
death rolled immediately.
Love
She
it.
got fucking rampaged.
Yep.
Kid Cudi's death was the least exciting.
Very underwhelming.
Also, honestly, sad because he's helping the guy.
Yeah.
And then,
Everyone else is a little deplorable in a way.
Yeah, he's like, I was in Vietnam. I'm gonna find your wife. Blah blah. He's like trying to be a good guy, and he's like,
Yeah.
okay, shotgun to the fucking chest.
Yeah. That
But
was-
like you don't even see it. It was very anticlimactic.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the rest of them at least got shot on screen. He got shot off screen, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they didn't want to show Kid Cudi dying on screen.
Maybe.
For some reason.
Kid Cudi
Just
though,
some weird claws.
yeah. I want to be in your slasher horror movie. I just can't die on screen.
See, that's the exact opposite of me. If you
Yeah.
if you want me in your horror picture, I want to die the most gruesome death imaginable.
And slowly for like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
you're dying. You're just like,
like the fucking that one guy that
That's
gets
the
shot.
movie. It's just you being drawn and quartered in an
Yes.
oven.
yeah.
Or the guy that they show. Fuck, he gets shot like a million times in slow motion.
Yeah. Yeah. The Alamo Draft House thing they do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I want that death scene.
Yep.
Just long, drawn out, way too fucking long.
Yep.
Like, okay, just shoot this guy in the fucking head already.
Yeah. But
And then they'll look to camera after.
yeah. But Kid Cudi did really well. I think.
did good.
Like, I mean, this movie doesn't. We talked about the acting a lot in this movie. It's not like it really called for like the most insane of acting chops.
No.
but they did. They all of
Serviceable.
them. Yeah, they all understood the assignment. It was great.
I particularly, I mean, like, of course, Mia Goth, but Brittany Snow, man, I really thought she knocked it out.
Yeah,
of the
she
fucking
killed
park.
it.
She was fun, and I like that the song scene with fucking landslide.
Landslide, yeah.
That was cool. Like bringing in her music as well. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, it was really good. What did you guys think of? I guess we can jump forward to. Well, one of my favorite deaths was also of the grandma. If we're talking about just deaths, in general.
God.
Fuck, that killed me too.
Because the lead up, first of all, was she tried to shoot Mia Goth. Well, they're both Mia Goth, but she tried to shoot the girl with the X Factor, and the recoil of the shotgun blast just sent the crippling old lady
30 feet back?
Yeah, like about half. I'm not like about half a football field. I'd say.
Yeah.
a
like
good
she went-
50 yards.
Yeah, she went fucking flying.
That was hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
And it's the shot of her like just shooting out.
Yeah.
And like just you just see
It's like oh, was the guest director for that scene Quentin Tarantino? Because
Yeah.
like a bullet just made you go like a cannonball.
Yeah.
She got launched out like the back of an airplane just disappeared.
They just have
Yeah.
Evil Knievel's son
Yeah.
just like be the old woman for a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, so she then it broke her hip, which was foreshadowed earlier. Like
Right.
something about like, oh, she'll fall and hurt her hip.
Which is also foreshadowed by the old man too, where he's like, "Yeah, my heart can't dig it anymore." There was a part in this movie where I felt really bad for that old woman because it's like she just wants to feel loved and feel beautiful.
Yeah.
and like her husband is like, "I can't fucking."
yeah,
do
it's
it."
a miserable existence, it looks like.
Yeah.
but like it was touching in a way because it's like,
Yeah, because they love each other, but they can't express it.
exactly.
And she's like, I used to be beautiful, and like I just want to feel loved again.
Up until she kills the first guy, I was like, "Aw, this is sad." You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
She's like putting on a dress and trying to like
Yeah.
dance with them, and he's
Yeah.
like, I can't.
He's like, "Get away from my
I'll
dick.
get too horny and die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite literally.
My heart can't take it."
Yeah.
And then they have that sex scene,
And then he kills 3 people instead of fuck his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
well, this doesn't raise my heart rate at all.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, maybe try Viagra. He's like, no, I'd rather just murder teenagers.
yeah.
That'll get me hard instead of the Viagra.
Yeah, quite literally. Yeah.
And then they fuck on top of Mia Goth. Mm-hmm. That was a very interesting, unique scene. Was not expecting that at all.
His first thrust was so comedic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He just
Yeah.
falls.
like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
Yep.
Dude, the part where she gets in the bed to rub her back and she thinks it's the guy.
That was so tense.
So unsettling.
That was
Yeah.
so gross. It's so tense.
But when you look back and it's Mia Goth touching Mia Goth,
That's cool.
That's
I had
interesting.
no idea. I'm
Dude.
also like ashamed to say I didn't realize.
Yeah.
that.
right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
crazy.
fuck, god damn it, why didn't I know
all
that?
I knew was that there was makeup going on with these old people. That's all I
Right,
could
right.
tell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Because the I don't remember the photo of her, the young photo, looking like Mia Goth at all.
Well, it's pretty like low
Res. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That makes sense.
It's taken through a cloud of fucking airplane smoke.
yeah. But I think like all the deaths were fun. Like it was funny. It was tongue in cheek. It was a
Yeah.
shout out to like the movie itself. The title of it is. It's a reference to the X Factor that they reference that the girl has, but also it's a reference to the rating X that was given out by the MPAA between like 1970 something and 1990.
Nice.
Like only a few movies got the-
Rated X.
Yeah, and most of them were just adult movies. They were just porn straight up.
Right.
And so they were a lot of porn filmmakers used the MPAA rating of X to just release porn in theaters.
Right.
And then they were like, well, we got to stop that. So they got rid of the X rating. But some movies that were released under, like A Clockwork Orange was rated X.
Oh, wow.
For a long time.
Really?
Yeah. So, but that the title and the
What
overall
about
vibe.
Clockwork Orange?
Oh, probably the
threesome.
rape, like multiple rape and murder scenes.
Yeah,
Eh.
the hoodlums.
Yeah.
Monster has an.
You're like,
R
it's a bit of the old ultra violence, the old in out and out. You're like, what are you talking about? It's just a couple of.
I'm just sitting here like it's fine.
Well, what's wrong with it?
What's wrong
Just
with
a couple of goofballs having a good time with
This
the
is
old
full
in
of
out-
milk.
Yeah, alcoholic milk, which is fucking disgusting.
That's
Yeah.
putrid.
yeah,
Rough. I just imagine it tasting like milk with vodka.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's like the worst white Russian you've
With
ever had.
no anything else, just
No.
milk and vodka.
Yeah.
Like throw some of the.
You
good
doing
shit in there.
the eyebrow Kubrick stare. Yeah, I got it. For the folks now, I have to explain visual bits because people listen to the show
Right.
mostly.
That's only for the visual listeners. I do
Yeah.
stuff only for the visual listeners sometimes.
Oh, okay. My bad. Little Easter
The
egg.
Josh Levers out there, they understand it.
The Josh
The
Levers.
Josh Levers.
Josh leave. I don't
So-
understand.
So
The believers in Josh.
okay, so you took Justin Bieber's Beliebers.
Are you trying to do like a Jared Leto type
Believer.
thing right now?
Oh, that kind of that has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Not quite the Josh Levers.
Yeah,
but
Josh Levers sounds like you're being left somewhere.
Yeah, it sounds like someone broke up with you and now you're alone and sad.
has the opposite effect, I think.
Carl and I are going through a rough patch.
Yeesh.
Yikes. Yeah.
Shouts to my Josh Levers though. You keep me going.
Speaking of foreshadowing, we mentioned that earlier with the guy in his heart attack, and then the old woman in the hip. Everybody else foreshadowed their own death too. Where
Yeah.
like the producer was like, "Oh, when people see this, their eyes are gonna burst out of their skull," and then what did the girl say or something?
I'm gonna get blasted by a shotgun.
No. Kid Cudi said his character. He was like, "Oh, in Vietnam, I had a lot of farmers pull a shotgun on me, and that's how he dies."
You're a big head cinema dude.
I'm just a
yes.
5-head that reads stuff on the internet. That makes me
Yeah.
realize.
Yeah.
It makes me remember that stuff. Yeah.
That's great.
But yeah, the foreshadowing was just kind of tongue in cheek. It wasn't like, "Ooh, 5-head." It was
Right.
like, "Oh, yep, that's funny," because later that
That's the thing.
happens.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
But there's quite a bit. It's a smart script, one might say.
yeah, I would say it's like it's as smart as a slasher script should be. Just enough to be like, it's kind of fun.
How do we feel about the term, because this is being brought up a lot for this film, but elevated horror? So that term comes up a lot when you consider Hereditary, Midsommar,
Here's the thing.
The Witch.
This might be kind of divisive. All those movies are in a different league from X. X is below those, in my opinion.
Okay.
X is above the average horror or slasher, but it's still not at the level of Get Out, The Witch, and Hereditary, Midsommar. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, I think it's a different category of horror where I hate the need to subcategory everything,
Of
or
course,
of
subgenre
course.
everything. Because even as, for example, elevated horror, where it was like, oh, so it's a good horror movie, so you have to make a
Right.
whole, so you have to make a whole genre
Yeah.
for that. Like that's dumb.
As
in my
opposed to
opinion.
like other horror movies that are just big scare fests or jump scaries.
I guess, but you know,
I think that they're using the term elevated horror as a way of being like, this is a smart horror movie. You wouldn't get it. You know what I
It
mean?
sounds like a shitty marketing term.
I know. It's not. It's frowned upon by a lot of horror film fans
Yeah.
because a lot of those, even though they aren't considered elevated horror films, have a lot of like really interesting subplots and like It Follows, for instance.
Exactly.
Has
Yeah.
a very interesting symbology to it that people don't really understand. That don't need to you don't need to know that to enjoy that film,
right? Yeah,
But a lot of horror is able to do that just in the way it's written.
yeah. I wouldn't call this elevated horror.
Okay.
I mean, I also wouldn't.
Call anything elevated horror.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of cringe to me, like where it's like, it just seems like this like annoying like cinephile YouTuber branding.
Yeah, it sounds like someone going, I like prog rock, but I like progressive rock better. It's like
Yeah.
they're the same thing.
Yeah.
I do want to preface this by saying, or not preface this, fucking follow this up by saying, we're not horror experts by any stretch.
No.
Like that's not our brand.
I mean, I do like to lurk in the shadows and go blah at ladies when they walk by.
yes, you do that.
As a horror fan.
Right.
As a horror
And I go,
fan.
it's just a bit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Blah.
I have a Shudder subscription. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Like what? It's
So but we're not experts on horror, but I don't think this constitutes. Like I don't like that term even.
No.
I know, no. But the thing about the horror genre is it has the most
It's
fanatical and gatekeepy a
Yeah.
little bit, but it's
Just like metal, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
Totally.
yeah. But I mean, this is a really fun movie, and like, while I wouldn't say it's like, I don't know, it's not in the same league as like Hereditary, and like
It's more. It has those comedic aspects to it.
it doesn't take itself seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for that reason, it doesn't get put in that league.
I
you know?
put this in the same league. Honestly, it's not my. I don't prefer it over the other. It's in the same league for me as the Evil Dead remake that we love so much. And like it has a lot of those same aspects where it's like it's big and gory and fun, as
Yeah.
opposed to being like a smart witch,
that makes
creepy
sense.
fucking.
But Evil Dead was still serious. The remake.
And there was like
it wasn't comedic.
I thought,
there were
dude-
brief moments of comedy, but they were like few and far between. But the end of Evil Dead puts it far above X
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
for sure.
God,
I thought a lot of that Evil Dead remake was funny though.
maybe I
Especially-
never got that vibe. Not the over the top like vibe that I get. in this
It's not
one.
the first Evil Dead, you know. And
Right,
like, that's
right.
what a lot of people compare it to.
Yeah.
which is, I mean, fair.
or the second one even, which
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Right.
Just full camp.
Hello, it's
Yeah.
me, the dead.
Yeah,
yeah.
but I don't know. This was just a fun slasher.
Yeah.
and it was kind of funny too.
Yeah.
At times. Didn't take itself too seriously because if you take yourself seriously and then you fall short, then it's just like embarrassing.
Yeah.
And detrimental to the movie.
Right.
But if you're going through the whole thing like play it with a playful attitude and almost tongue-in-cheek way like this movie did, where it was kind of funny and
Yeah.
had those moments of irony that were like the deaths weren't like totally horrific. It was like, oh, she's getting eaten by an alligator, and it's like, oh, it's funny because earlier it was foreshadowed and blah blah blah. Or it's
Right.
like, of
And
course.
the old lady said, "Bitch."
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
music cut out, and you said "bitch" right before you someone gets eaten alive. So yeah, almost like he was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wait for the cue,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
I got you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, be good.
Yep. I want to say there was an actual adult film in 1976 called Farmer's Daughters. It was an adult, like a porn, and it was infamous because it starred a future acclaimed mainstream writer and actor Spalding Gray. So,
Spalding Gray,
Never heard
which
of
you've
him.
heard of, right? Because you're cinephiles.
acclaimed. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Writer and actor.
I'm familiar with his porn work, but not his, cinema work.
Yeah.
Porn in cinema though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Another thing that was kind of cool. The guy that is found in the basement, like who apparently has been dead for a while.
Isn't that Ty West? Go ahead.
Ty West?
Isn't it?
Was
Kind of look like him. in the face.
so his penis makes a cameo in the movie?
I don't know.
He's like, everyone, look at this.
I
think it's
I
him.
barely remember the guy's face, but I was like,
I
that
don't
kind of
know.
looks like Ty West a little bit.
Well, it was the guy in the milk carton, if you remember. Remember when she
When
drinks
he's-
milk? Someone drank milk at some point. And
Yeah,
it's like,
wh-
it's
or-
a missing person.
When they're emptying the milk into the can. Or whatever.
Anytime there's a missing persons on a milk carton in a movie, it's going to tie in.
I don't know if that was him or not, but
I don't know.
whatever.
You could barely see the guy. You saw his penis.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious if it was,
If it was just penis.
if it was the director's cameo and it was just him naked. And he's like, no, fucking Hitchcock did it. It's cool. And it's like, hey man, no, not like this though. And he's like, film it, roll,
Roll on my dick.
do it, roll on my dick, tight, close up.
Show it.
you need me to shake?
They're like, we don't have to. Like, I'm a practical filmmaker. So no
Yeah.
CGI.
Look at my dick.
This really just feels. He's like, everyone on set.
Where's Mia Goth? Get her on set. She's not in the scene.
Yeah, it's like, well, she's a method actor. She would want to see this.
Whichever screaming woman you want to get for this scene, it's fine.
We should have them all in the basement.
Yeah.
And you know what? No matter what happens, keep rolling. Anyways, shout out to his cameo that we have apparently
More like cameo.
nailed it.
Got him.
Anything else on X?
That's it for me.
Nay.
Alrighty.
We totally forgot to do. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
What-
all right. We'll do it.
A game in the middle of the episode.
Oh.
I was trying to trial that. Open whatever. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Whoops.
I'll edit all this out.
It's cinema with Marty Scorsese's boys. We have to determine whether or not X is in fact cinema with Marty Scorsese's. And what that means is it cinema or not cinema?
That is a good question.
That's the one question we need to determine
Are
right
you
now.
asking me right now?
Alex, is X cinema?
Yes.
Shout out Orson Welles, confirming Alex's opinion. What?
Thank you. Just
Shout out to Orson Welles.
Orson Welles.
Chris, is X cinema?
Is it cinema? As we all know, Marty Scorsese likes cinematography. He likes adventure. He likes storytelling. He likes characters.
He
with
likes tits.
art. Certainly.
Well, I mean, who doesn't? Though?
And this
even
has-
women, it's like, how do you not like to,
And this has plenty of all that.
Right.
This was a summer fun slasher, top-down horror film fun time, and it's cinema for me.
I will concur. It is fucking cinema.
And that's easy.
Easy mode.
That's an easy speed run of Is It Cinema?
Yeah.
But now comes the hard part. We have to determine whether or not X belongs in the one true format of 4-3.
Harder than a man's penis.
Harder than Ty West's penis in the cameo that he definitely did. It
Yes.
definitely wasn't another actor.
They're like, oh my god, he's dead, but he's got a boner.
Guys, does it belong in 4-3? Which is the one true aspect of film.
The Academy's format.
Yep.
The Academy's format.
The
Zack
only-
Snyder's.
Zac Efron.
Zac
Efron's
Efron.
High School Musical 4, The Justice League Returns.
Yes.
Zach Braff.
Yes. Who is in a new Cheaper by the Dozen, by the way? Have you seen the trailer for that?
No.
Yeesh.
All Zach's confirmed. 4-3 is the one true format of cinema. This means you want to own it. You want to have it for life. You want to recommend it to everybody. 4-3, you shout it from the rooftops.
You
Alex.
want to put it on, and then the person you're watching it with, you just look at them like this.
Yeah.
Watch them watch it.
Yeah.
Does it belong in 4-3?
No.
All right.
What were you gonna say?
Doesn't matter.
Good point. That is a good point.
It's a no for me as well. It was cinema, but I wouldn't, fucking. It was fun. I loved it.
Fun movie.
I might
I'll
still own
remember
it.
it for a little.
I might still own it.
I am undecided. I was going to kind of see how you guys felt about it, but
Okay.
if you guys both were like 4-3, I probably would have been like not cinema. Does that make sense?
What?
So you're just a contrarian?
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel about it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so
No. Do you
undecided.
Do you know how you feel, or you just feel the opposite
wait.
of what we feel?
Yes.
Okay.
So you, in this moment in time, it is 4-3 for you because we said no.
Right.
Okay. Now I understand.
Right.
Okay. Sure.
Cool. And that's how you.
And that's logic.
And that's how you do a movie podcast.
You have
Dumb mo-
DMTs.
Yeah, dumb movie title. Let's do DMT for the movie X. You want me to
What is
start?
a stupid title for X?
Mine is X Gonna Give It to You.
Nice.
And then Grandma, What Are You Doing?
Nice.
A reference to.
Porn.
Pornography.
Which is in itself a reference to the movie because it is a porno.
And now you see the Five-Head Cinephile.
That's a really, really good point.
the loop that I went through to get to there.
I have Down Bad Grandma and The Visit 2.
Okay. Josh, what's your dumb movie title for X?
Slash her.
Nice. I feel like we've done exactly that one, but
And The Hills Have Tits.
nice.
Nice. Okay, definitely can't be that, but it is funny.
It's really funny.
That movie's about thalidomide babies, but we'll get past that.
Nice. Okay.
That's it for me.
Excellent. Now, shall we do the budget for the movie X? Shall we guess the budget? What was the budget for the movie X? A24's X. Starring Mia Goth.
This looks like it had a good budget behind it, honestly.
Pretty solid. A lot of good practical blood effects.
I'm going to say $30 million.
Ooh, that's steep. I'm going to go $15 million to make this movie. And with those context clues, Alex, what are you going to guess for the budget?
$22.5 million.
All right. Alexa, how much did the movie X cost to make?
She's not gonna fucking know.
Here's something I found on the web. According to LATimes.com, the movie, which stars Denzel Washington as
No.
Malcolm X,
No.
already
No.
$3
Alexa,
million.
stop.
Alexa, what was the budget for the movie X 2022?
And now the one in my bathroom is talking.
Nice.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alexa, how much did the movie X 2022 cost to make?
Oh my god, I'll just Google it.
Here's something I found on the web. According to thievings.com, the movie cost over $217 million
No.
to make,
Again.
which is an insane amount of money for a movie.
Which is an insane amount. I like that the AI is like, I don't believe that.
Which is an insane amount of money, she says.
Alex,
Right.
you got it?
I'm on the Wikipedia. I can see how much it made.
No.
We're not going to find it.
Box office, podcast, production. I've no fucking idea. Release. Fuck my
That's
ass.
it. The song's done.
Piss in my dick hole.
That's it. How terrible. How fucking horrendous.
We really did
Our
it.
show? Are you talking about our show?
Yeah.
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 Just the acceptance. Should we do slasher films?
Let's do it. Slasher films.
I was right about the budget.
You just are declaring
you
that.
were?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was pretty right.
We should email Ty West. Is that how you say his name? Is it T?
Ty West. Chris, after the movie, Chris is like, who's T.I. West?
I said that?
Yeah.
It's just T.I.
Yeah.
He's now directing movies
After fucking...
under the alias.
after Monster Hunter, he's
Yeah.
like, I better start directing pictures.
Oh my god, I forgot he was in that. Holy fuck.
Terrible.
Slasher movies.
All right, I'll kick us off with X.
All right. Jason. That just covers all of them.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Halloween.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Psycho.
Damn, I was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure if that was a slasher.
Sleepaway Camp.
Nice.
Nice. Cabin in the Woods.
Candyman.
Black Christmas.
Thanks, Killing.
Nice.
Thanks.
Killing. He said thanks.
Leprechaun.
Nice.
That's a monster movie.
Yeah, but he's a slasher.
Oh, God. We need an eye roll count. Fine, The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not arguing it.
I know.
I don't know why you're being so defensive about your clearly usable.
Jesus. I have like 5 brain cells left.
The point of the game.
Is to ruin Chris's day.
Yes.
Jesus. Slasher movies. Would you say
No.
Shit. Yeah, I'm out. I don't know.
Chucky?
Shopping mall.
Chopping Mall?
Chopping mall.
American Psycho? Does that work?
Fine.
Kinda, but okay.
He kills a hooker with a chainsaw.
He doesn't actually do it.
It's all in his head.
One might say that's pretty big brain.
The writer would say that.
Oh, shit. Fuck. My Bloody Valentine.
Nice.
Yep.
3D. Pot zombies. Yeah,
Those
I'm
are
out.
zombies.
Yeah, I'm
All
out.
right.
How about two? You
yeah,
won.
Oh, I won?
I won, did I?
Can you name one to secure the dub? One more? You don't have to.
Is there
Because you clearly can't.
is there a nightmare on any particular streets?
Oh, you mean
that
the
you
movie I
could've-
already
You
mentioned?
did it.
Oh, I blocked it out. Sorry.
I blocked it out.
It was traumatic for me.
Shit, man. Maniac Cop.
Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
It sounds like a slasher.
All right. I've just never heard of that in my life. It's true. So,
Alexa, name some slasher movies.
everything we just said.
Here's something I found on the web. According to AminoApps.com, examples of slasher films would be Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
She did it.
That's good.
She
She
named
really
more
did.
than I did. Thank you
So-
for listening to what?
It's always good to end the show on Alexa. Is all I'm gonna say.
Stop listening. So you triggered her, and now.
Well, she triggered me. So
Well, thank you for listening to There Are Too Many Movies. If you like what you heard, $5 a month on Patreon to support your local on the internet podcast,
we can get a wheel of Parmigiano cheese.
and that's obvious.
Parmesan.
TooManyMovies.com/shop also for neat stuff like that hoodie right there.
B.
Later, toads.